We come bearing gifts. Apparently, today's the day to talk about feeling blessed, highly flavored, blessed beyond belief, highly flavored. All the options that we could ask for at our disposal. Smorgasbord of options. At the threshold of whatever is on the other side of that. And the concept of one being the manifestation of being the invisible at its basic. That's kind of a fun concept. What do you think? All right, so standing on the diving board, ready to put some yang behind it. It's time. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Welcome to our happy place. Your new happy place, my new happy place, our new happy place. It always starts at home. So let's go ahead and I think I want to start with archetypes today. I would like to start with an archetype today. Ooh, I almost put that on top of a candle. I feel like it's definitely time to talk about yang. The full moon being just happened. It's April 24th, so it actually happened today. But it already feels like I should be talking about the other side, like, any swell of any event that's ever happened, has that climax and then comes down the other side. I feel as if we're standing on the other side of the top of the mountain, contemplating how we want to go down, what we'd like to see when we get to the bottom, what our perspective is about, from, on every spectrum, whether we're going to enjoy this trip down the mountain or whether we're going to feel like it's, we're moving with momentum against our own will. There's so many different ways that we can address the moment that we're in. I always want to shuffle, but who are we talking about, Spirit? All right. I mean, not who, but the aspect of the self in relation to where yin and yang meet, and it's time for yang to hang the momentum of the pendulum towards the other direction. So, alright, so, Spirit. The Destroyer, nice. We had this as the goal in a reading just passed. Beautiful. The new point of perspective is definitely that's a mature creator. One that's the destroyer as well, and aware of the necessity for the balance in both. Going into the underworld, that seems appropriate, is somewhat of a downhill motion. However, it's only to get to the other side. We're ready. The hard part is over. Alright. You figure you went down into the underworld to get to the mountain to begin with. And as I like to say, we go into the mountain and out the other side. Why climb it if you can go through it, right? Anyway, So once you get through, above, around the mountain, you have to go down through the valley to get out to the other side. Sorry. So, ooh, that's what we're taking with us. The unseen. Now, if I am, as the self, the destroyer, otherwise known as the mature creator in my experience, going into the underworld with the unseen as our tool, I feel invincible already in this decision-making process. All right, call that and why? The desert. Beautiful. I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I learned how to adapt. He's looking up for me. He needs a yay sign. She needs a yay sign. Coming out of the hole and holding a sign that says, I have those, by the way. That's like true adaptation. Way more than survival. This is an evolutionary process. It's beautiful. Desert, you know the value of water. Metaphorically, most definitely. Alright. And let's see what's on the bottom. The vessel. Beautiful. It's exactly what we're talking about. Self and the progression out of the egg, or out of the who we were into the who we are, whether we like it or not, coming into being. And we really need to propel ourselves in a responsible manner, because either way, we do need to take responsibility for our power. I love these cards. All right, so that's where we're at. Whew. That's where we're at. Vessel on the bottom. That's amazing. So the destroyer goes into the underworld with the unseen as our tool. Because of the desert. Potential. Barren. Nothing there. No decisions made. No choices made. No positive integers. Hanging at all the gray areas of zero. Never really claiming any rarity for oneself. Well, either way, it's in that stale neutral place, right? The desert reigns. Anything is challenged, but at the same time, I imagine what glory there is to come out on top from the desert. You're a different person coming out the other side, which is interesting because the creator, being the first of three entities or archetypes, I think this stick, what do they call them? But there's three of them. The creator, what is it in the middle? Anyway, not anyway, I apologize, but the creator, and then we have the destroyer. Which recently we had the creator as the self and the destroyer as the light. So now that we are matured, hanging more from the inside to the yang side at this point in this progression, from the fool to the magician, it's like you don't know, you don't see, you may not be unaware at all, but the beauty is knowing that you don't have to be aware because you know that the universe is for you. Ultimately, it's a it's a laws game. It's a beautiful structure of beautiful perspective. And I'm not a scientist, and I'm not going to pretend to be one, but I do, in theory, understand the concept behind how creation works. And I think this is a very strong place to be in making any decision, knowing that you will survive. Like a camel come out the other side. I've done this before. I'm here. I've got perspective all day. Look at the other eyes on this. Look at the other eyes on there. I don't know. Where am I at? Sorry. I have it tilted. Alright. Good to know. I haven't looked at this camera the whole time, but you get what I'm saying? That's a mature eye underworld. This is a mature decision. This is how to put your yang into the next phase, right? Take you from in between the yin and the yang as it's moving here, swinging it more towards the making it real. All right, where do we want to go? Let's get some white light oracle. I do believe this is called white light oracle. One of these to help us swing all this beautiful, divine, feminine energy that we're receiving amongst all this releasing of full moon and Scorpio, deep, deep, deep. It's like a deep cleaning, because I feel it too. We're cleaning house, and even if we're not completely conscious of all of it, it's a thorough process, and I do believe we are better for it. So here we are, attempting to be ready in every way that we can be to make a solid action and putting some momentum forward in some direction, right? Here we go. Into the underworld. One of these, please. The ivory wish-fulfilling crow. Beautiful. So this crow sits at the top of a tree and grants wishes. And I'll have to look to go more further, but ivory wish-fulfilling crow, how could that be a bad thing? That's beautiful. Perfume of Sophia. Any clairalients out there? But also, what does knowledge smell like? What does wisdom smell like? Color is amazing, right? Let's get some direction. The ivory wish-fulfilling crow. I do believe it stands at the top. It stays at the top of the tree and grants wishes to those that come near the tree. But I really don't know much about that. I need to get one of these, please, Spirit. One to help us swing it from yin to yang. It's time. Sea Star. Sea Star. This is pattern in nature, right? The wow. W-A-U. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. The wow. I love it. Next to the snail. Beautiful. Alright. Dance. Embrace. Okay. What's next? Let's get one of these. I like to think of these as elements, these different oracle cards. Just as basic circle representation of, okay, everybody is here. We can talk now, sort of feeling to it. Kind of an altar to all that is, was, or ever will be. in my life and in yours. Let's make it beautiful and mean what we say and make the best of every moment we find ourselves in and understand that it's all for us and it's all really for the joy of experience that it all comes down to. All right, one of these, please. Look at that. Uh-huh. Wow, again. The Time Master. Beautiful. Very similar to the desert. The spiral. The spiral. The sea star. Look at that. The destroyer. The underworld. The sea. Desert. Wow. That's like super amazing, actually. Alright, let's see what the moon has to say about decision making. And I love this, creating patterns, because that's what we're doing all the time. Every single smallest choices we make, anything, any direction that we set momentum in at any time creates pattern, right? And we're all going for harmony in our path. And I do believe that we get moved. The wave is coming, energetically. And it's going to move us one way or the other. So I think we're making those patterns, whether we're aware of it or not. And we can stay like short and squat. Or we can be like, oh no, I'm letting go. I'm clear near that. I already been seen that. I already done seen that. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, up and out, like hardcore, right? Whereas other people are slower, stay closer to home, never really move too much further from their opinion. So they're a little shorter squatter seashell, a little shorter squatter sea star. Anyway, now that I just painted us a picture of how I see the world being created. WAU, wow. I love that. Google that. It's a fascinating measurement. It's a measurement of growth in nature. It's wonderful. Wonderful. All right, one of you. Wow, that was a weird cut. Okay. I love it. Acceptance. Acceptance. Number 4. Lightning. I love that. Is that angels and fairies and whatnot? Interesting card. I never really looked at this before. Gorgeous. I love that. That's where your curve changes. Acceptance of one thing means you, what's it called? Not time travel. What's the word that they're calling it now? Change timelines. You shift perspectives. Shifting of perspectives. Beautiful. Beautiful. Creation. OMG. Creation. I feel like we should keep that. And then we have assessing at the bottom. Creation. Wow. This is fascinating. I mean, Spirit never ceases to fascinate me. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. I stay fascinated, like, seriously. Please don't fall. Wow. Wow. Whew. Oh, let's see. One of these. Massive blessing. Oh, I forgot to flip the hourglass. That's funny. It doesn't work unless you use it. It doesn't work unless you use it. So these cards, some are colored, some are not. There are 2 decks put together of verses, Bible verses that I got as a gift a few years ago. And finally using them. And, you know, like I've said before, any word comes in handy when you're looking for a word. Oh my gosh, it's the same one as yesterday. After all that. Huh. Love in his unfailing faith. Hope in his unfailing faith. The Lord's delight is in those who put their hope in his unfailing love. Alright. You know, actually, just for giggles, I'm going to leave you out. But just for giggles, let me get another one, Spirit. Okay. Alright. This says, a friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to keep or to help in time of need. A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need. Time, we were just talking about time. The ivory wish-fulfilling crow. Going into the underworld with the unseen. As the destroyer, knowing that the old is out. The new is where your pattern's going to go from here. Your trajectory, your new spiral. That's beautiful. Wow. Magical. Magical, magical, magical. Alright. Here we are. Attempting to make decisions now. Attempting to make decisions. Watch out, world. Here we go. Alrighty. So, let's get some Rider-Waite out here. And it's time to move her. Excusez-moi. Time to move that. And all this beautiful space today. Whoops. Sorry for the noise, y'all. Sorry for the noise. I love this so far. Like, I know I'm out of words. Look at this considerable cluster, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, the underworld is just a bunch of convoluted things trying to hide. Just shine light everywhere you go. You got the unseen with you. This is your tool right now. This is always your tool. You are the destroyer, just as much as you're the creator. Desert or no desert. But the real glory is you're coming out of the friggin' desert. Or going into the desert. Knowing that you are creating or destroying at any time. Sometimes both at the same time. That's amazing. Like, Spirit knows I love the biggest picture I possibly can. And I'm almost like at a loss for words. Hold it up, turtle. I'm almost at a loss for words. Like, this is maybe one of the biggest. You are not alone. Maybe one of the biggest concepts, really, so far. I mean, I felt like it was real metaphysical going through, a few videos, really, of looking at the aspect of zero, the full, the inactive, anything is possible, infinite potential of every single thing and nothing at the same time. Realizing it, that it takes, that impetus of life force, that desire from man, one way or the other, or that desire from something, nature, however. We all have points of perspective, even, everything. Everything has a point of perspective. I didn't mean to just be men, but, I mean, humans. Why are you upside down, Mama? So, where was I going with that, Spirit? Sorry, I lost it. So, we're going to go ahead and start laying some cards here. looking at moving from, again, the pendulum. I want to take this card out because it's gorgeous. And it really represents the whole story, I think. Ooh. Would you look at that? The creator under it. Fantastic. So the creator is the bottom. I love it. Big old heart still in there. The vessel, right? You guys don't mind. Thank you, Trick. The vessel. Coming out of the egg. Golden cup. Golden egg. Now the creator's backstory. This is an informed creator. Acceptance, radical acceptance, self-acceptance, beautiful. Trust in the universe, and what feels right to you is right. And I'm not getting into morals and ethics and all that stuff. I mean universally. Universally. We all have that slice of spirit that we all want to give our own words to, and we're all good with that, right? So, anyway, all right. I like, I agree, wish-fulfilling crow that has golden eggs, and, you know, I know that this egg is mine, and I can bounce out of it any which way I like, but I'm not going to irresponsibly bounce out of this egg, because either way, no matter how I come out of this egg, I'm going to be responsible for the trajectory of what happens next, because there's always going to be what happens next. You know, you are the cause of the effects. Or affect the cause, however you want to look at it. It's always yours, whether you take responsibility for it or not. So it's way more fun if you look at it as your moment. But wait, I've chose that before. It worked out this way, not so much. I could choose this. It may work out that way. But chances are it could equally work out a whole new way. It's like a whole new tier on the spiral. Even though you're still going in the same path, you got a whole different view of it, and you go out a little further on that particular topic. So you're always going up and out, you know, in your understanding and your progress and your natural flow through life, no matter how many lives you want to look at that. So anyway, I rambled, yeah. All right, last shuffle, and let's go ahead and do the spread, because I am talking a lot and I didn't set my beautiful. So we're going to go with this. Whew, this is where we're at. The destroyer, the vessel going into the underworld. Done with the old other people's swords. You can't put a sword in your own back. Think about it. Surrender. Let go. And even if you allowed them to put it's just the swords, they gotta go. Stop, walk away from the thoughts. Just neutralize. Neutralize. Destroy. Get yourself to a calm place, then you can see clear. Look, the sun's coming up. The sun's coming up. It's okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. All right, where are we? Oh, see? Everything is fine. This is the self. This is the self. Very much resembles the beginning of life force. The knowledge of life force, that your potential, that you can put it in anything, you can create anything you want. But you're also the destroyer, so that you could see all the sides of it. It's gorgeous. It's a complex and simple understanding of your influence on the environment around you in any situation. The very basic fool to the magician, 0 to 1, nothing to something, invisible to visible, unseen seen. Clear. Wonderful. Look at the dichotomy. Look at, is that the right word? Dichotomy? Look. Complete opposites. Complete opposites. Okay. That's a situation. That's where you are when you're going from no decision getting over everybody else's words that have blah, 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 blocked you, restricted you in whatever way. Not even blaming on other people. Swords that you have taken on as your own, willing to walk with them stuck in your back. You can lay them down, even if it's just to neutralize yourself for just a moment. If I just lay here and look at the sun come up and let these swords go, what will come in? What will come in its place? I'm going to put myself in this golden egg and just have one hope. Even if you, I mean, I'm going to like make this like teeny tiny, but even if you just had the one hope, right? That's all you need. A pure point of focus is all you can have coming out of a surrender like this. Right here, whatever I've thought about whatever topic, I'm giving it up. I want to start neutral, spirit, totally neutral. I want to start from here. I want to get out. I want the underworld. I'm willing to go into the underworld because whatever's in there, I know that I will know now that I've gone through all this. I know what my value is. I know I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust my life force. I trust the universe. I know the unseen is in my experience for a reason. There's like, this is all for us. It's all for us. I didn't mean to look at the bottom, but yay. One of my favorite cards. Self-mastery right there. All right, this is a foundation. Woo, I got myself all worked up. The Five of Wands. Yeah. Defending your opinions. No need. Conversing, though, at the same time. It's like contrast. Opinion contrast. It's discussion. It's debate. Maybe even a fiery debate. But overall, it's what you put into making a decision. You get all this, everybody else's stuff in there. And so you find yourself, in the goo of, okay, this is what's true and this is what's not. But going forward, I'm going to be taking responsibility for myself. So let me go ahead and put the energy in the direction that I want to and am willing to claim and cherish and nourish going forward. Why give life to something if you're not going to support it and help it thrive, nourish it as it grows. All right. Woo. Self in the past. Meow. The star. The star. All right. Yeah. So, Spirit. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Surrounding environments. All right. The mature decision maker. Okay, let's keep going. Self in the current. Ooh. Okay. Looking forward to the options. Looking forward to the options because you know now that you have a whole new. You're reborn. You just came out of the desert. You're making informed decisions now. This is standing tall. Owning your power. Acceptance. Self-acceptance, radical acceptance of your power. Good for you. A creator that's aware that they're creating and destroying and trusts himself to know that what they know is wow, this is a wild reading. Okay, so wow, how does this Ten of Swords convey into the future? How does that change? Wow. Significant. Significant. As soon as you just lay down and get those swords out of your back, collect your own value. Here you are. Extreme impact. Completely different. Yes. Go from being stuck in the somebody else's egg and you break out and own your own. I love that. Ivory wish fulfilling crow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's see self in the future. Chill. Chill. The guidance within evolves the world towards the heaven that is already here. Listening to yourself, relaxing, soothing, making sense, listening to that spiritual common sense, that inner voice that just knows what it's talking about, always will, always has, the one we don't listen to sometimes, and yeah, that one. All right, let me listen now. Nice. A manifestation. Wow. Okay, so this is the self and the situation. This is the self and the event, or the change, the bridge, going from being handed or being made aware that you have real value. Your decision holds weight. You're making it real. You just proclaimed something and now it's yours, right? That's the universe saying, yep, here you go. And that is full expression of the potential of 0 to 1, the full expression of the 1. Wonderful. Wonderful. Full expression. Know that you're fine. Hold your value all the way through the desert. You can create, destroy at any time. It's yours, right? You got this. You got an ivory wish fulfilling crow and friends in high places. Friends in high places. Excuse me. All right, let's keep going. So what is causing this? The change of minds, the Six of Swords. The commitment to thinking differently. I always want to say, moving on up to a calm place. Yes, hopes. Ace of Cups. Heck yeah. That's exactly where we want to be. Hopes, flowing, knowing that the universe will treat you as well as you treat yourself and your experience. Beautiful. Fear. Staying in that ordered chaos, not making any decision, hovering. You got all your information stacked up like this, like books nicely right in front of you. You can see it every day, but you just don't do anything with it. You just look at it and imagine it and keep it tidy, and I am someday going to do that. And henceforth, here we are. I don't know, it's henceforth the right word, but here we are, on the cusp of decision making the yin into the yang, making the invisible visible. The choice. The choice. All right, she's going right beside the ivory wish fulfilling crow. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Okay, so it goes from the Eight of Swords into the Nine of Swords. The interesting thing is the Nine of Swords, it's like anxiety, like you're creating your own future, incoming. Moderate that, because that's unhealthy. However, it is also a strategy. You might get super excited about how you can direct your traffic. Either way, keep everything in balance, because it is your wow that you're creating, your pattern, your personal, individual fingerprint pattern of your experience in this universe. Advice, Spirit. Nice. Know that you know. Successful completion. And the outcome? I don't have any reversals in here. I don't know why. But pure, clear, clean conscience. That's what this is. The progression of that is a clear mind. Two of Swords is a clear mind. Not a worry in the world, going with the flow. Literally in that place of neutral, calm, observant, detached, but not in any sort of, there's no emotion tied to that except for calm. And she has yellow shoes on. So she knows that her choice is going to change everything from white and pure into a different color. Okay? So that's where she's at. And that is good because she's very aware that her choice makes all the difference in the world. That's what adds the color. She knows that it's hers. Her free will. Right there. And she has all the information. She has intuition. She has her mind. She's that crescent moon. She has the what. She has it all. But she does have a decision on her hands. And she knows it with those yellow shoes on. It's the only drop of color on that card, really. The Eight of Pentacles. Mastering. Manifestation, really. Self-mastery. Look, he's got his pentacle. And he's mastered his value. His one particular scallion. Not one, because there's many. What he does, what he has, what he holds value in himself, how he would like to see his own journey play out. If everybody looked at the perspective, the proposed potential trajectory of their path from where they are now, they may, make some choices a little differently. And of course, we all should be taking that long view so that we know that we're aiming in an outcome that it doesn't really matter where we are in there, at least we're in that zone, right? So, mature decision making. Right there. That's beautiful. That is seriously beautiful. And there we have it. Creation. Destruction. The golden egg. The opportunity that all that is giving us in every moment that we're in to make something new of it is unlimited. This is fantastic. It really is just so resonant with the next step, when the pendulum is hanging. It's come some time to come here, we realize that we can. Now we're hanging here. Now what do we do with it? Before we actually do anything with it. So it's really moving into that. Do I want to go how fast? Which way? I love it. I love it. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here. If you like what I'm doing here, please like, subscribe, all that loving goodness. And until next time, peace.